Very enjoyable four-setter, which some questions were asked of the Brazilians in the third set, which they dropped, but then they prevailed, came through. A tough examination. So, that's the story of day one. Let's see what unfolds on day two. Japan and Serbia coming up later on, and then tomorrow it's Brazil against Serbia, and Japan looking for revenge for their Asian Games defeat against Thailand. That will close up this stop. Elsewhere in the VNL this week, there's action in Germany, Changmen in China, the United States and high-flying Turkey are dueling with Poland, and in Italy as well. So high-class, world-class volleyball going on all around the world. China as the host will definitely be in the finals. They and the top 5 will be competing for honours. So it's Poland and up at the moment. Everybody else on the outside looking in. Thailand looking to see if they can make a dent in the Brazilian charge and keep their slim hopes alive. A few moments ago, it was the coin toss featuring the 2 referees and the 2 captains as well, Nutsara Tomkom and Natalia Pereira. We saw Natalia limp off yesterday, and we'd heard it was a recurrence of a previous leg injury. You can just see the problem there. She's come in strapped up and is moving okay, so that's good news. The even better news for Brazil is they pretty much own this series at world level against Thailand. 13-1 is the story of what happens, but that won't dampen the spirits of this little cheerleader group here, who have been such a noisy, colourful and noticeable part of all the Thais matches in the VNL. But it really would be quite a story if Thailand could come away with the victory here against a Brazil side who really look like they've got themselves on track. Keep an eye out for Chachu Onmoksri, number 19, as Charapon Kongyot, number 18. The libero is Pianut. Blumchit Tinkau, a big setter, a big middle blocker. But Chachu Onmoksri really exploded onto the Thai senior scene a year ago with a string of impressive performances in this competition and at the World Championship and at the Asian Games, where she got injured but was a big part in taking the team to that gold medal match. And she's carried on where she left off. Definitely not just a one-season flash in the pan. Chachu, so young, still learning, still developing. Big player. Top scored yesterday in the win against the Serbians, 14 points. 23 points in a 5-setter against the Dominican Republic in Bangkok, which they came so close to winning. And if they can get her on track, they will do some damage down the flanks. And she's got to deal with that terrific Brazilian blocking scheme. Their setter is number 3, Macris. Gabby, number 10, a big outside hitter. Anna Paula, number 5, was dominant yesterday. And it's a squad loaded down with talent. And it was Anna Paula rising to prominence yesterday. Through the first couple of sets in particular, she was near flawless, virtually unplayable. Single-handedly, it seemed at one point, tormenting Japan on her own. Well, a good volleyball setter will always say, well, who's on right now? Who's on fire? Anna Paula was on fire yesterday, so Macris just kept on giving her spike opportunity after spike opportunity, and Anna Paula just kept gobbling them up. 26 points she finished with. That's a VNL season high. But, she's also had 21 points against Germany, 18 against Bulgaria, 16 against China. And she provides real presence, not only on the flanks, but she can also take it straight down the gut with the pipe attack as well. And a very, very imposing foil to play alongside Gabby, the other big outside hitter for Brazil. Time to meet our referees, who today are Ibrahim Al-Nama from Qatar. He goes far side up the ladder, and nearest to us, Yevgeny Makshanov, the Russian, will be our second referee, keeping an eye on happenings at the net and at the centre line. So they are the officials. players are ready for the rendering of the national anthem. Well, the Thais are ready. The Brazilians will be coming out momentarily. And here they go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the playing of our team's national anthems.
これより両国国歌の演奏を行います。ご来場の皆様はご起立ご脱帽の上、会場の大型ビジョンの国旗にご注目ください。
First, the national anthem of Thailand.
まずはタイ国歌です。
And now, the national anthem of Brazil.
続きまして、ブラジル国歌です。
So the pre-game handshake. Then we will meet our starting lineups for today. It's all about marshalling resources at this level. There's 14 players on the roster. Only 6 can play at any one time, of course.
And now, let's meet the teams first. The starting lineup for
But we want to try and keep players fresh. Well, it's the Thailand team that's going to be introduced first of all. And that's Ampon Yaffa coming through there, so she'll get a start. The setter, as expected, Lidsara Tomkom, the captain. Interesting to see Yaffa get a start. Experienced veteran. That's a change-up. There's Charapon Kongyok going through there. Had a quiet game yesterday. Tisha Korn Boonlert, another one of the youngsters that's so impressive. Pierre Panoy, the libero. Just being held back by our coach there. Don't jump the gun. Wait for the introduction. So as we expected, as Charapon Kongyok, Chachuan Moksri is out there as well. Big change sees Ampon Yaffa come in. So Coach Danai, Sriwat Charatai Katkul, better known as Coach Danai, has shuffled his deck a little bit, and there's no start for Plumjit Tinkau, who's been very much the engine room at the net, the middle blocker for Thailand. Instead, it's Ampon Yaffa rewarded with the start. Malika Kantong also in the starting lineup after coming off the bench so impressively yesterday. Well, we're not expecting wholesale changes from Brazil. Mara, the big middle blocker, will be followed by Macreece, number 3 there, the setter. Anna Paula. That's not somebody the Thais want to see right now, the form she's in. And if Anna Paula is neutralised, there's always Gabby that Brazil can turn to. The Brazil number 10, another deadly hitter. Natalia, there were fears for her health when she literally limped out of yesterday's game. Well, she's coming back in with that knee heavily strapped up. How far she'll go, we have to wait and see. And another big blocker, Beatrice. Libero, another experienced veteran, Leia. Part of the 2016 Olympic squad in Rio. Underachieved. Zé Roberto, the legend, the only man in the history of this sport to coach a team to Olympic gold in both the men's and women's competition. Barcelona 1992 with the men. Of course, the Brazil squad on a couple of occasions. 2008, 2012, confirmation of the starting lineups. Anne coming in. Malika also getting a start. She's regularly shuffled in and out of the starting lineup and regularly plays, but an opportunity for Anne Hiafa to show what she can do. Another experienced veteran middle blocker. And it's as you were with Gabby and Anna Paula, big outside hitters. Mara and Ana Beatriz, the middles, Macreece, the setter, and Natalia looking to add her contribution as well. The libero, Leia. It is the best of 5 sets. To win a set, get to 25 points, you must win by 2 clear points. And it's Nutsara Tomkom, the setter, who will get this one underway, fielded by Gabby, and an immediate put away by Mara. That was a by-the-numbers start then for Brazil. Perfect service reception. Should lead to a big winner coming back. Gabby set that up. Skimmed one over the net there. That was a really nice little serve. But a nice response as well from Chechu on Moxrey. Sent that one deep. Really good technician, the youngster. All about timing. She'll now serve. The cross-court is brilliantly picked up by Nutsara. And can Ascharapon get a winner? No, she can't. Leia denied that. We'll just hang one high, Brazil here, but a great opportunity for the Thais, and it's one they take with Tisha Korn-Boonler, their youngster, the middle blocker who's really just found a home in this tight starting squad. Brilliant dig there from Leia. But Boonler found the space. Near side, and Natalia has got the angles all wrong. A nasty angle to try and work. That had to just be dropped in. And she just overcooked it a touch. The Olympic gold medalist from 2012 and an early misfire. Thailand with an early lead. So Moxrey will stay on serve. They went after Natalia. That might have been a mistake. Mara with another quick inside kill. So she's all business today, doesn't it? Twice they've set it up for her. Twice she's smashed it down. Mara with the serve. It's kind of travelled on her a little bit. Yeah, she pushed it deep. Disappointed with herself. Didn't miss by much though. It was close. Here is Tisha Korn-Boonler. Gabby with another terrific service reception. And the reverse set sets up Anna Paula for one of her trademark cross courts. She can take it down the line as well. Well, there's something about Anna Paula in these cross courts that just cause mayhem. Just ripping through opposition defenses. And she's on the board early in this one. As Brazil look to level it up with Anna Paula serving. Nice take. The block is there from Ana Beatriz. Near side, as Charapon is stuffed out of it as well. An early sign here of the quality of the Brazil block. Nutsara went backside. And in fact, whilst Natalia was there, she wasn't needed because Ange Charapon Kongyot found nothing but net cord. So Anna Paula stays on. Well, that's a really nice take. And that's what Malika Cantong brings to the party. Another one of these very experienced Thais that have all seemed to peak at around the right time. Cantong, a 32-year-old, Tinkau not playing at the moment, 35. Port Hiafa, 34 as well. They do blend together so well with the youngsters. Talking about blending, Natalia showed that she knows when to go for power and when to go for placement. This situation called for the latter. Just dinked it over the block, dropped it into space. She was never quite right yesterday. She was not moving well in warm-ups and eventually checked out, but today she's been moving really well. I tell you what, that is a stuffed block. That really is. Ana Beatriz reading this one all the way. A huge block this time. Well, she might have got nothing but net last time up, but as Charapon Kongyot is blocked out of it this time. Now, as Charapon's a key contributor for Thailand, and she had a bumpy start yesterday and got benched. Slightly rocky start here today as well. The cross-court doesn't work from Ampon Hiafa. Gabby, too good. I'm out. When the leading team reaches 8 points, there's another when the leading team reaches 16 points, and each coach can take 2 timeouts per set at their discretion. We are close to the first technical timeout. And it's going to come right now as Malika Cantong miscues as well. A few mistakes starting to creep in there for the Thais.
Deixa ela tocar no seu saque, não dá pouquinho mais de velocidade. Mas é melhor para 19, não para Malika. Tá? Joga. Centralizou, meio joga.
Well, Anna Paula was a major presence yesterday. He's on the board here in the early going. This too is Chachu on box street. The points proving hard to come by. Winners tough to find for Thailand early. It's Brazil who've recovered well. And starting to edge away. Thailand have to side out quickly, but it's Brazil on the charge. Nothing doing there for Ana Beatriz. She'll have a second go at it, and that's successful. Yeah, floor touch is confirmed. I don't know if they'll bother challenging that Thailand. It looked a good call. Despite Pia Panoy's desperate attempt. Seen a few Thai players diving in vain already through the first 14 points of this one. Natalia then will stay on. It's a good serve. Panoy's in trouble. Nicely taken by Charapon. Chachu on Moxley goes for touch and just catches the line. Well, it was clever the way she just steered it towards the sideline there. Chachu on Moxley. There's no way it's coming back. But her heart must have been in her mouth for a moment there where it just hung in the air, and would it drop? Yes, just. Malika Kantong then serving at 9-6. Gabby's rather spun that around, but she'll get a chance. Blocked out of it. We'll have another go, and rubs one off the block this time. Nothing doing for Nutsara Tomkom. Well, they'd got her the first time, but they couldn't stop her the second time. And Gabby keeps Brazil in the driving seat in this opening set. Beatrice with serve. Running attack doesn't work. But they'll get another go at this, the Thais. Where will they go this time? Backcourt attack as Charaporn denied brilliantly by Mara. What a pickup that was. And then Mara can't find a winner either. And they fluke one. The Thais get a lucky break, and Nutsara Tomkom says, well, we'll take it any way we can get it against Brazil. But it was the third touch, wasn't it, after that terrific rescue from Anna Beatrice flying around there in the backcourt. And then, no real play there. That was Mara brilliantly keeping that pipe attack alive. Tomkom with no play at all, just has to shunt it over, takes the net cord, drops perfectly. And Porniafa with serve. Gabby goes deep. Wonderful dig there from Ash Charaporn. And Beatrice controlling the backcourt for Brazil. Gabby denied again. This is terrific stuff for the Thais. And they get the point off the back end as well. Chachuan Moxrey. That's got them fired up. Well, Mara, her physical presence was there. That took a really weird deflection off her left forearm. You think he cares? No, he doesn't. Really stout defensive work there from the Thais on that point. And Porniafa with the floater. Mara with the quick inside kill. Well, Thailand should have got the message already. The safe, easy, flat serves that just come in, don't ask any questions, are coming back with interest. And there's a very good chance it's going to be Mara off the quick set that will have the decisive touch. That's just sailed on the crease, side out. Nutsara then, the setter, the skipper, puts a bit more on it, just a bit too much. Well, Thailand mustn't let this gap grow any bigger, that is for sure. So getting Gabby out of the service rotation would be a good start. Need the side out here. Chachuan Moxrey, and there's a call there that goes against the Brazilians. Just what they need. They take the time out. They stay close. And there's the net touch. Well, there is a challenge, and that's going to be a wasted one. Jose Roberto wants this reviewed. Don't think he's going to like what he sees. Well, there we go. There's the touch. So the call stands. It was the right call. We do get 2 challenges per set. But you only keep them if you're successful. So Roberto now has 1 left. Nutsara continues on serve. Yeah, Mara. They'll keep delivering those. You don't change it if it's working. And these quick sets, inside takes from Mara. Just a steady source of points. It's the 4th time that's worked already in this set for Mara. We'll now look to see if she can tack an ace on as well. As Brazil look to try and shake the Thais off here. Not going to do it that way. Now that is long overdue for Ash Charaporn Kongyot. She's had a netter. She's been blocked brilliantly. Finally, they've managed to get up in a position where she can do some damage, splitting the would-be blockers, driving it deep side out. Shakur Boonler now will serve. Nicely taken by Gabby. Backside attack. Too good. Anna Paula. Pretty quiet today, Anna Paula, in this first set. In marked contrast to how she just dominated the first set yesterday against Japan. But Macris has had other options. She's played those. But the reverse set was the right call on that occasion, with Anna Paula driving through far side. And that one wasn't coming back. So Brazil's side out. Still looking to shake him off completely. Chechon Motsuri with a terrific service reception. No winner there for Malika. Gabby just has to dump it over. There's Charaporn again. So important for Thailand that she gets herself on track. That's a couple of kills for Ash Charaporn. So she's now fired up as well. Looking to try and find an ace. Gabby picks that one up. Natalia is denied by Chechon Motsuri, who will now look to finish the job. Leia hasn't made a very good move there. Natalia just has to hoist and hope. So the initiative goes to the Thais. Great opportunity for them, and it's one they take with Amponiafa driving in cross court. Really well constructed point this by the Thais. That was the important pickup there. Yaffa had to be good, and was. Oh, they're not going anywhere, are they? Looking to level it up here, Thailand. There's Charaporn. Serves Natalia. Backside. That's not coming back. Anna Beatrice this time. A big power hitter. Gabby then with serve. Serves Chechon Motsuri. Ooh, let's do some work from there. That was not a good position to be put in. There's Charaporn Konga in a very, very tough spot there. Does indeed get blocked out of it. And that will take Brazil to the second technical timeout, restoring their advantage here, just as the Thais were asking some questions. That's tough. Trying to get a winner from there, behind the 3-meter line. Anna Beatrice says, really? Going to take me on from there? She had no choice. Well, Chechon Motsuri for Thailand was up and running pretty early, and is the leading scorer for her country thus far in this set. Terrific elevation and a lot of confidence. Meanwhile, Natalia is getting ready. Oof, goodness me. Brilliant serve, absolutely brilliant. Just died at the feet of the receiver. And Natalia punches up an ace. Look at that. And Thailand now in a bit of trouble. Boonler losing that. Really quality serve there from Natalia. And it will be tough for the Thais to pull this back. Nothing ever dispirits him. The Thais are finding they're going heavy now. Natalia goes after Chechon Motsuri this time, and the kill is good enough from Malika. Side out. Quick set. Malika cleverly diverting it away from the big middle. And Beatrice was there to gobble that up if it had gone straight. And Malika drawing on all her experience to make sure the clean winner. We'll hope for a couple more on serve now as well. Oh, that got away from her, didn't it? Anna Beatrice then, 18-14. That's a good take. And that serve got what it deserved. Once it was picked up as comfortably as that, it was just a question of where Nutsara was going to find a kill. And it's Amporn Hiapa off the quick set. Will drive it back down for a Thai side out. She'll now serve. Hangs one in the air. Mara once again. Well, you can see why players will have net serves and why they'll go long, because if you play it safe and just drop it in easy for the receiver at this level, it's just too easy to find a quick kill. Mara has 5 of those. Ooh, that's a beauty. Chacho Moxu's only just managed to pick it up, and that's the difference. Service reception not perfect on that occasion, and it's much harder to get the clean winner off the back of it. It just died on Chatsu on Moxri, and I think this first set's just died on Thailand. Well, Coach Danai has done everything he can do. Brazil closing in on this opener. It's another really good serve. Just look at where the setter point was on that. Absolutely no chance of a swing for Ascharapon, and every chance of a swing for Gabby. And again, it's those last 2 serves from Brazil that have just had Thailand on the back foot. That should pretty much wrap this one up. Gabby with the cross-court winner, dropping it in front of Pianut Panoi. Well, that's much better. Oh, and you can improvise something off the back of it as well. Oh, had to be creative there, Moxri. They enjoyed that. Mara gets blocked out for the first time. Oh, what a cross-court, but what a pickup from Ascharapon as well. That's absolutely brilliant, and they got the point off it. Wonderful dig there from Ascharapon. Malika Kantong gets the credit, but that is so important. That was a tough take as well. Gabby looked like she'd got the angle perfectly. Ascharapon picked it up. And Malika could finish the job. Natalia not perfect on service reception, and Paula perfect with the down the line. Not wreaking the kind of havoc that she did yesterday, but give Anna Paula an opportunity. There's a very good chance it won't be coming back. And Brazil happy to play the side-out game. Chacho Moxu's made an awful mess of that. Can she get something out of it? No, she's blocked out of it. All off service reception again. Allows the defenses to have a good look, get themselves set. And even though Chachu was flying in there, Mara one side, Natalia the other. And it was the veteran Olympic gold medalist with the stuff. Terrific pickup there from Gabby. Natalia will look for another one. That's Pianut Panoi with the rescue. The block is there to take out Moxri. She'll have another go. Rubs one off the block. Good rally. Moxley then will serve as Brazil close in on this opening set. Well, that will take it to set point. Have to go for it. Thailand have already seen exactly what's going to happen if they play it conservative with their serves. Mara or Anna Paula, somebody will smash it straight back. Julia, the teenage middle blocker, checks in. This is a feature of Zé Roberto's coaching. He brings her on for some experience and for some serving right at the business end of the set. She can be very effective coming in as a pinch-hitting server as well. The Japanese saw that yesterday. Here she is serving for this first set. Nice take from Chacharon Moxley. That's got to be good, and is from Malika Canton, side out. But that's the easy part. Now comes the tough part. They've really got to ramp it up on serve here. At set point, they've got to have Brazil on the defensive with this serve right now. Yeah, that'll do it. Wacharia came in to pinch hit. That didn't work out. She came in cold. And the net rather gifts the opening set to Brazil. But once they'd started to make their move at the midway point of that set, you had a feeling of how this one was going to play out. In the end, it turned out to be a comfortable winner for Brazil. 25-19. So, here's the numbers. Thailand actually winning the battle of the attack points, but the Brazil block is always formidable. 4 block points there already. They'll add to that, you can be certain. And it was too comfortable for the Brazilians. The Thailand team are going to have to come up with something a little bit different. Well, let's have a look at some of the spike contact points. This is where Thailand are mixing it up. And a lot coming down the middle. I might want to review that. Brazil, in contrast, dominating, as you can see, on one side. Enjoying a lot of work down the left. All those middle attacks seem to have been from Mara, who's had a productive first half, first set, should I say. But Natalia has done a lot of good work down that left flank. But a very even spread of points for Brazil. Chacharon Moxley, Malika leading the way for Thailand. Well, whatever happens from here, it's been a really good VNL for Thailand, doubling their tally of victories from a year ago. And with Japan to come tomorrow, who they've dominated in recent performances, they're fancy making it 5. And it's going to take something very special for them to come from behind to beat Brazil. The block early. Thailand would have come into this one knowing they were going to see a lot of the block. Brazil play it so well. They have an early block point to start this second set. Ace serve as well. Well, this is the worst possible start for Thailand. A stuff block, followed by an ace. And McCrease gets a freebie. You don't want to be playing catch-up against Brazil even this early in the set. And that's what Thailand find themselves doing. Better service reception this time. Nice pick up from McCrease on the cross court from Chachuan Moxley. A little dump into space there, picked up by Peanut Pano, but they're at 6s and 7s, Thailand. Can they regroup in time? Gabby, too hot for Nutsara Tomkom. Well, it was a full-scale scramble, wasn't it, on that side of the net. Panoy getting that one, taking out a teammate as well. And although they were able to recover, Gabby was able to drive it down the line, and Brazil have just jumped out early here, and I'm sure Coach Danai is already thinking I might have to call a timeout early here. And it might come right here, because this is a great opportunity again for Brazil. Mara misfires this time. Panoy picks it up as Charaporn Kongyot denied. The block did its job, so they'll send it far side. Another despairing effort from Ash Charaporn. Gabby breaks through from a very tight angle. Sure enough, Coach Danai says, I got to give my squad a time and an opportunity to recharge here. Timeout early. Anytime you're burning a timeout that early, you're in a world of trouble.
ไม่ใช่ว่าพอเราไปแต่แรกไม่ดีทุกคนจิตวิทยาตกหมดมันไม่ได้เข้าใจไหมอดทนกับมันดิทำไงอ่ะถ้าเราจะไปเล่นอย่างนี้รอเขาเสียให้เราอ่ะเราจะไปชนะเขาได้ไงเราต้องทำเองดิอย่ารอเขาเสียให้เรา
Well, it's Nuanjam Wacharia, the young middle blocker, staying in there for Thailand at the moment. Picking up some terrific experience. She came on right at the back end of that first set. Yeah, she's right in the middle there, and Willavan Apinyapong, a very experienced outside hitter, also coming in as Chachuan Moxley takes a breather. I think Coach Danai has got one eye on the Japan game tomorrow already. He's trying to keep some legs fresh. Plunjit Tinkau, we haven't seen her, we may not see her. She's their steadiest middle blocker. Meanwhile, they're just trying to get themselves on the board here. And it's still Brazil dominating this. They go near side, lovely pick up there. The strong wrists of Mara securing another point for Brazil. Well, they managed to neutralize the Ana Paula cross court, but it's tough to beat Mara from that spot. And Nuanjam Wacharia had absolutely no chance. So Brazil continuing to just cruise their way through this second set. And McCrease will be serving again. That one just got away. Well, McCrease will probably be very happy when the side out comes, because this serving arm of hers must be getting a bit worn out. Oh, she might have to stay back there, because Brazil with another terrific opportunity near side. Ana Paula blocked. Gabby recycles. Mara picked up nicely back court by Malika. There's a backcourt pickup from Ana Beatriz. The backside set, nothing doing for Ana Paula. There's Charaporn Kongyot, can't get one in either. Really good rally this, and in the end Natalia says, well, thought she said that's a winner, but Malika had other ideas. Gabby, Malika brilliant again. That is terrific defensive work. Kongyot, oh, just missed. Oh, that's a real shame. They've done so much defensive work, and she had absolutely the right idea, and that really was close to what would have been a superb winner, only for it to just sail beyond the baseline. Got to feel sorry for Thailand there. They did a lot of good things in that rally, and they've still come up empty. The McCrease is still stuck at the server position. Is she ever going to leave it? 8 points in a row. Well, side out now, surely, yes. At last. McCrease is probably thinking, get me out of here. Pinyapong, hugely experienced veteran, coming up with the winner. They've kept her fresh. Didn't see much of her, if anything, yesterday, but there we go again. The easy serve is going to be dished up on a platter for Mara every time. And you're not going to stop that. Brazil reached the first technical timeout with the set all but secured.
Depois de bater duas para diagonal, então ela já sabe. Na hora que você vai, ela te pegou virando assim, ó. Sai, treina essa bola.
Well, Brazil can conjure up block points seemingly from any player on the court. We knew they'd win that battle in this match. Thailand not a big blocking team, and Beatrice contributing 2 of Brazil's 6 blocks so far. They're so good at it. And that is just brilliant from Ana Beatrice. Wiped out as Charaporn there, who did nothing wrong technically. And, that was an easier take for Ana Beatrice as Charaporn was put in a bad spot there. To swing for the fences. A very, very capable blocker, as indeed so many of these Brazilians are. Mara, Natalia, and Beatrice. And you'll get your superstar outside hitters contributing as well. It was almost an ace serve. Block touch on the way through is called on the floor, overruled at the chair. And no review. But they might want to review that because that's taken the touch of Mara. And Coach Danai hasn't seen it. If he called a challenge, that would have been overturned. The opportunity gone. There's another opportunity gone as Malika is denied on the cross court and Natalia is not denied on her cross court. And Brazil are just stamping all over Thailand here. Gabby serves to the opposite number 10, Willavan. It's coming back on first touch. There's Charaporn, too good for McCrease. Gets the cross-court kill. Thailand at the moment, harder than her right now. Willavan Apinyapong. Serving against impossible odds. McCrease picking that one up beautifully. What a lovely take. Kept alive though. Hoist and hope from Nutsara. The block wipes out Anna Paula. That's a little morale booster there for Malika. Well, they constructed a very good defensive point there. And it culminates in their first block point of the match. There won't be many. So Malika better make the most of this one. Especially against Anna Paula as well. That's a real boost to Thai morale. What they've got to do is just play the rest of this set very competitively, if they possibly can. Natalia trying to make sure that's not going to happen. But it's not about trying to mount a comeback. That's almost unheard of against an opponent with the quality of Brazil from this position in the rally point system. You're not bringing this back. What you can do is make them work for it and try and build a platform for the third set. Mara skims the net. Nice take. Well, Malika once again, but that was all about Nutsara Tomkom at the net. Just look at what the setter does with this under some pressure. One-handed, hung it up there for Malika to finish the job. There's Charaporn Kongyot. Sends a deep one in. Natalia straight to Malika, who seems to be everywhere at the moment for the Thais. Can't find the winner. Gabby was there deep. The cross court is too hot. side out Brazil. Well, Paula's feet have been back on the ground in this match after just dominating. Roberta, the backup setter, will come in. Loren will spell Anna Paula, you would think. Roberta will often come in as a pinch-hitting server as well. A very experienced, and indeed she is, and a very experienced and very capable setter in her own right. Been part of the Brazil national squad for many years now. Cantong denied, and another block point. Beatrice gobbling them up. That's a tough one to take for Thailand. They disguised it, did everything they possibly could. Situation substitutions. This is Gulapa coming back in to play. There's Charapon, gets a breather. Well, Brazil knocked Chachuan Moxley out of the lineup earlier. Now they've forced as Charapon to sit down. What can Coach Danai find? He's found Malika, that's for sure. Who's been easily their most consistent hitter. Sends in a deep one. Gabby fields that. Not an ideal situation there, and no real play on it. And a stuffed block from Ana Beatriz, who is just gobbling them up right now. Wilavana Pinapong denied in a one-on-one, and Ana Beatriz, at this rate, is going to be putting up some outrageous numbers. That's block number 4. Exactly half her team's tally of block points. Natalia with serve. That had to be a winner, but the block is just owning Thailand at the moment. That's Onuma Sitirak, far side. A very capable hitter herself, coming off the bench. Perhaps a little bit cold, didn't seem to be much wrong with that, but it's Gabby. Just with a strong left arm. That one's dropping in as well. And the stuff blocks are just pouring down on Thailand at the moment. And a double-digit lead for Brazil. The attack hit, takes a touch on the way through is the call on the floor. Upheld at the chair. Malika, and Beatrice is there, so too is Gabby. And that just grazing the forearm of the Brazilian outside hitter. Beatrice denied, no second touch opportunity there. A brilliant pancake there from Leia. Not seen much of Leia, not needed her, Brazil. But the libero effectively setting up that point with this pancake right here. And they so effectively transition out of defense into attack. Gabby swiping it down the line. No chance for Malika backcourt, and we're at the second technical timeout, and it's all smiles Brazil. Well, they've absolutely battered Thailand at the net in this set alone. Look at that, we've only just reached the second technical timeout. And it's been stuff block after stuff block after stuff block. They've chased Chatsuan Moxley and as Charapon Kongyot out of the attack for Thailand. Coach Danai wisely just allowing them to recharge, and the blocks are just pouring down on Thailand at the moment. double-digit lead then, with Ana Beatriz afforded the luxury of being able to net serve. Onuma Sitirak, one of the reinforcements. He's got good players he could bring off the bench, the Thai coach, but they just look shell-shocked at the moment. So here's Loren, the young opposite, part of the World Under-23 Championship winning squad of 4 years ago. There's a few of those around this Brazilian roster. She's ready to serve once we get the all clear from the referees. Not a stuff block point, but again, a nice contain. That'll come in from the backcourt, and it's good enough. A little bit of finesse. Too much for Natalia, the libero. Almost there. Sitirak. Nice little dink to take out Natalia Araujo, the younger of the two liberos. Oh, and a serve drops in off the net cord. So Willavana Pinapong says, yeah, I played for that. I knew exactly what I was going to get. So the Thais looking to put a bit of gloss on this scoreline, which will flatter them. She went for it again. Why not? I think the net cord remembered that time and said, no, you're not having that one. So side out. Here's Gabby. Also has a couple of stuff blocks to her credit. Two skims the net cord. The attack comes in beautifully. Look at that, angled away as the big hitters start to find something here. Led by Sitirak. Well, this will please the Thai coaching staff. It's not just been a slow fade out. They're showing some fighting spirit, and Natalia gets taken out this time. Now, was that off the block, or was it just a net cord? Well, the replay will show us. It was the presence of the block can very much be off-putting enough as it is to force the swing into the net. Either way, Thailand will say, well, that's a point. Natalia had to adjust. No swing there. Here's a swing. Sitirak denied by Natalia. Clever again. Gabby says, yeah, okay. They think they're coming back at us. We got some tricks we can bring out here. This is tough because Natalia had done so much good work defensively, and then Gabby can just step up and she can beat you with power, she can beat you with placement. In comes Milka Silva for her first appearance here in Tokyo. Another young middle blocker who, like Loren, was part of that World Under-23 gold medal squad from Ankara 4 years ago. The running attack is successful. I haven't seen much of that from the Thais. Ampon Hiafa coming back into service. It's all about the timing and the connection. If you get it right, you can open up a gap between the two blockers. There's a block, but it's just a delay. Milka said, yeah, that's coming nicely for me. I'll take that, thank you very much. So Loren blocked, but at one-time under-23 teammate, Milka puts it away, and Roberta will continue. Picked up by Pianut Panoy. On the backside, Malika. Well, she's been very consistent, Malika Kantong. There she is out wide. The running attack was faked from Amporniapa as well. That rather froze the defences. And if you're a Thai reserve player, you might just as well enjoy yourself at the moment. No pressure. Oh, they've sneaked another ace over. Well, they're taking liberties with this net court, aren't they? Malika drops an ace in. She goes into double figures for the match. Now, if she can just find 6 more, you never know. Natalia Araujo picks that one up. Natalia can't find a cross-court winner. Found nothing but net. So one Natalia sets up another Natalia. Nothing doing. Well, considering this was a double-digit lead, Brazil have rather faded away here. Still in no danger at all of dropping the set. But I don't think Zé Roberto will be hugely impressed at the complacency that just seems to have come in. They have shuffled their personnel around, so maybe they're all just starting to get used to each other a bit. Willavan can't find a winner. There's an attack from the backcourt that is way too hot, even from Malika's defensive prowess. Gabby enjoyed that one. Malika's had a lot of good things done in that backcourt. Wasn't stopping that one. Side out Brazil. Trouble brewing here. Yeah. Service reception let him down. Tanai decides just to settle everybody back down again.
มาหนึ่งเราต้องได้หนึ่งอย่างน้อยเราต้องตีกลับให้ได้นะพยายามหน่อยเราเสียไปหนึ่งนะเอาคืนหน้านี้เพราะฉะนั้นการรับสำคัญเพราะฉะนั้นคุณจะได้เพิ่มทีน้อยหน่อยนะได้
So Brazil on the threshold of wrapping up a 2-set lead here. Interesting that Natalia is still out on the court. So the health scares about her yesterday have indeed proved unfounded. She goes long. Side out Thailand. Well, we consider the state they were in at 8-1 down and 15-5. At least they're going to come out of this with some pride intact. Now, as I said, Natalia was okay. There's a stuff block comes in as well. Another rare block point. And that's young Wacharia. I think right in the middle of that. This young middle blocker that's getting a bit of a workout here with Doomjit Tinkau sat down and Porniapa, the other veteran. There's another young blocker coming in, Julia, at the back end of the set again. And Natalia did seem to land a bit uncertainly on that last point, just as I was saying, her health concerns looked to be all over, and then she definitely wasn't moving very well and has come straight out. Now, hopefully that's nothing too serious. Either way, she's out. Julia's in. Nice take by Natalia Araujo and put away by Milka Silva. Roberta just had to dial it up for her. Let her finish the job. Very nice take, nice angle. Virtually impossible to pick that up. So Milka will now serve. Trouble. Yeah, well, it's off the overpass, isn't it? Setter just couldn't get anything on it at all. That'll take Brazil to set point. Milka then sends it over. That's the right idea, but the wrong execution, and Thailand fade away in the final few points of that second set. Too easy for Brazil, who were comfortable in the first set, took that 25-19, and they'd won this set completely before we'd reached the first technical timeout. Now Thailand will have to regroup from this. They are 2 sets down against the world number 4s. Here's the numbers that matter. At one point, the blocks were threatening to turn into an epidemic. In the end, they just settled for the 5 that they picked up before the second technical timeout, winning the attack point battle as well. A couple of aces for Thailand, skimming off the net cord. Not much else went right for them. Let's have a look at Brazil's serve placement in that second set, with a heavy overload, as you can see, into that section right there. Japan, Serbia to come later on. That'll be our second match of day 2 in this arena. Well, Natalia for Brazil did limp out, and she looks like she sat down and done for the day. So we said yesterday, hopefully that's nothing too serious, but whether it's a precaution or not, only she will know, but she looks like she's going to play no further part in this one. That's the good news for Thailand. The bad news, Anna Paula, Gabby, Anna Beatrice, Macrease, they're all back out there. Amanda's now checking in. That is a very, very strong rotation that Brazil have just sent out there to start this third set. Yeah, there's Natalia. He's been in the wars, doesn't look too distressed. Ace serve to start for the Thais. It's Gulapa Piampongsang, the backup setter, enjoying a chance to shine. He's been around a while domestically, and indeed was the best setter in the Thai League last year, but this is big league stuff now for Gulapa. Cross court comes in from Gabby. But so many of the Thai starters have been withdrawn by Coach Danai, who very shrewdly is looking ahead here and saying, well, we got Japan tomorrow. That's a game that we can win. This Brazil squad just looks too hot. Wipawi, Sritong is out there, another youngster for Thailand. So Zé Roberto's side really should be able to create some opportunities for themselves against a patched up 6 for the Thais. Sitirak with the serve. The cross court is picked up by Sitirak. They'll bring it near side. Gabby takes that out. Amanda blocked out of it. That's good work. Malika Kantong not going anywhere, is she? Well, sometimes fresh legs and a different look can be very effective. Nothing new about Malika. She's been there from start to finish, and she's had a lot of big plays. A couple of block points into double figures. Got an ace in there as well. That's Whippowie coming in with a huge serve. Willevan can't find a winner. Amanda was blocked out of it last time and went long as a result. Did it take a touch on the way through? She says yes, it did. The call on the floor is that it didn't. But Amanda's reaction and the body language will tell you a lot. She's clearly seen something. She just went straight to Jose Roberto and said, just call it. And when a player is that confident, they're usually right. And she is. Even in the gloom, you can see the touch there on the left hand. Yeah, Amanda knew what she saw. Mara then, who gobbled up all those early inside attack points. Once again, Malika has found a way to conjure up a winner. Scrubbing that one off the block. Gulapa there saying, hey, that's nice. Did it take a touch, though? That's the question. No, it didn't. That was all net cord. That's a real shame for Malika. So instead of the Thais staying in front, they've been pegged back again. There's a block. Picked up. They'll send it backside. That was the right decision. Willevan lurking with intent over there. Gulapa with the nice reverse set. Anna Beatrice has had a lot of winners today. That not one of them. Satirak with another sneaky serve there. Amanda coming in with the cross court saying we've had enough of this. Side out. Just the 4 points today for Anna Paula to go with the avalanche of 26 from yesterday. Nice take. That was too easy. Oh, but it's missed. Big miss. Set up perfectly. Oh, that had to be a winner. Oh, she'd love to have that one back. And Borniafa. That's a miscue. So Amanda stays on. And Yaffa can smile and relax now. She's atoned for the earlier one. Probably thinking, well, why didn't I do this first time? Beautifully splitting the blockers, driving it just inside the backcourt defender as well. Gabby with the pickup. Well, Amanda's going to have some fun with those cross courts. Well, Thailand know what's coming now. That wide set out there. Amanda driving in from that wide angle. Very hard to defend a cross court that's played as well as that. That's a nice dig. Really good dig to take out Satirak. A great block. Some good defensive play on both sides. And in the end, Anna Beatrice finds a terrific angle. Sneaking around the backside again. And she does so effectively. And running repairs for Natalia Pereira. Amanda then will stay on. No, she won't. Side out. Well, the Thais need to get a point on serve just to stay in touch. Might get it there, and they do. Macris went for the sneaky second touch, but the second touch only works if the team on the other side aren't expecting it. And it also only works if you get it over the net cord. So that's a freebie for the Thais. Really nice pickup from Pianut there. And the finish down the near side from Malika as well. Big pickup there. And the job finished as well. And it's Thailand who get to the first technical timeout, 8-7.
Não podemos cometer o erro, deixar jogar igual esse time, cada defesa e do volume. Atenção, Paula, pensa antes do ataque. Aonde você vai?
Some of these cross courts from the near side are just too hot. Gabby, earlier in the match, was effective from that range. Amanda has come in and filled in there. Gabby can, of course, wreak havoc from pretty much anywhere. Just a thing of beauty seeing her on the attack hit. That backcourt attack. Steady and productive. And they've spread it around today, Brazil. Mara, Ana Beatriz, 7 points. Natalia's had 6 before limping out. Paula's had 4. But it's Gabby that's been the top scorer for them. And she'll tack on her 10th attack point right there. 12 in total. Mara comes back in. Brazil look to set a block off the Ana Beatriz Correa serve. That's an easy take. Oh, and a miss down the far side. It's a frustrating one for Anuma Sitirak. The take was perfect from Willavan. He had a lot of traffic to try and negotiate there. That was a very clogged sideline. Nothing doing. Malika on that occasion. They get there in the end, and that's really good work from Gulapa, the setter there, who had to be very, very agile and to move around. And Satirak not going to be denied on that occasion. So the Thais making a nuisance of themselves here in this third set, as Ampon Hiafa just floats one out. Right idea again. If you can pepper those lines, you are going to conjure up your fair share of aces. Macris Carnero. Nothing doing there for the block, has owned it. No way through for Satirak. Mara was there. And that is now Brazil in double figures. And may well have come off Anna Paula, that last one. Gabby, there's a couple herself. Won't get one there. Second touch doesn't work, or does it? No, they've kept it afloat here, Brazil. But they can reset here. Second touch works, second time around. Gulapa Piampongsang keeping a nerve there. As the second touch off the setter is a bit of a shock weapon. And you've used it once, you usually put it back. And she said, no, it didn't work the first time. Let's try it again, second time. Second time was the charm. Gulapa serves, just misses. We're going to have a look at it. What's he seen? Any part of the circumference of the ball covers any part of the line, it will be called in. It was certainly close. And the Thais doing absolutely the right thing with their serves now. Just they've got to get some points on serve. Go for the angles. Go for the lines. actually looked closer than that, but the correct call. Coach Dunn obviously just thought, well, let's take a look. So Gabby, Brazil looked to try and open this gap up a little bit. Malika denied. Really good rescue that. No play for Amanda though. So options for Thailand. The cross court from Malika, no good. Amanda just has to shunt it over. Near side and in trouble. And it goes against Thailand. Now, was that contact at the antenna? The Thais are saying, well, yeah, there was, but it came off the Brazilian block. But they're not going to challenge it. Well, let's see. Well, there's certainly contact off the antenna, but who had the last touch? Well, it has been called correctly now on the floor. That's why there was no challenge. The original call overturned correctly. And now it is, though, side out Brazil. Big block. Can't keep Amanda down, can you? Does it come into play? Does it come back off? Oof. Oh, no wonder they're happy. Just came in for them. Amanda's so close to another block point. Swing and a miss from Anna Paula. And a frown of disappointment from her as well. Juanjam Wacharia. 13 all. Ooh, that's a big miss. Yeah, he doesn't look too impressed with that. Brazil making rather heavier weather of this than needs to be made, and no touch there either. That's just a miss from Amanda. Beautiful serve, floated and floated. And Natalia Araja almost had too much time to look at that. That just hung in the air there from Sitirak. And eventually, if had his layer back there, the veteran libero, they enjoyed that. Beatrice, nothing doing. The cross court creates some havoc. Amanda just has to recycle. Good chance this for the Thais. The block works. That takes out Willavan. Willavan has another go, and the block says, Well, it's almost like they woke up here. Much more intensity. Ana Paula says, okay, I'll take that. Block point number 11. Brazil looking to level it up. Nice take from Gabby. Amanda, oh my goodness. Whoa, Amanda missed earlier with that one. That one had the spectators worried. It flew away. That's Thailand in front of the second technical timeout. Well, well, well. No wonder they're happy. Here's the numbers so far. The block points level. And a couple of aces. Big momentum changer right there. I wonder what Zé Roberto was saying during that timeout. He will not want to see this go into a fourth set. And the Thais playing without under any kind of pressure at all, just enjoying themselves at the moment. Gabby picks that one up. Backside attack, driven down the line by Ana Beatriz. Side out. Tough take there for Supatra, the libero. Near impossible. Brazil looking to level it up here, and Amanda, who's had a couple of misfires, will now serve. Serves it deep to Pianut Panoy. That's a nice pick up by Leia. Attack from deep is too good from Ana Paula. And he'll be happy enough. But Brazil have got themselves back level here. Ana Paula's certainly happy. Amanda stays on serve then. Continuing to serve Pianut Panoy. There's the backcourt attack, repelled brilliantly by Amanda. And then some good defensive work from Julapa. They're a bit all over the place there though, Thailand. The running attack works. Ana Beatriz with a wonderful adjustment. And Brazil regained the initiative here, regained momentum. And Ana Beatriz had to do a lot of work there. Stretching out, a little dink. Good enough. And Sarah Tom combination, Charaporn. Kongyok come back in. Two of the players that started this match coming in. Malika has certainly earned a breather. Brazil were chasing, remember. The 3 points restores their lead. They need to just get a side out here, Thailand, and they get it right there. At the moment, the Gabby won't want to see again, and she said, yeah, I just got that one wrong. It happens. Nice easy take for Gabby. Kept it alive though, somehow. A lot of work for Satirak to do there. It was a tough take. Well, Thailand were under pressure. Decided not to bother going for contain. Went for the winner instead. Might as well in this situation. I don't think you're going to beat Brazil playing the safe contain game. Went for the big winner and didn't miss by much. Ana Beatriz. Fielded by Willavan. That's good enough. Quick set. Doesn't allow the defense to get itself set. Nice take from Willavan that. Dropping it straight in, and Amborniafa with the put away. Side out. Still no shaking the ties off. Big smile from Amborn. Head of serve, that'll take the smile off her face. Mara back in business. Saw a lot of these in the first set, didn't we? Quick set. Rising high. See you later. Charaporn denied on the cross court. And that's just travelled. Sailed away on Ana Paula. More changes for the Thais. Malika back in. Having had a breather. Gulapa back in as well. The referee and the scoring table happy. Play resumes, 19 all, third set. No chance, absolutely no chance of stopping that. Mara helps herself to another freebie. Real big pickup there from Leia. Amanda. It's a pickup from Pianuk Panoy. Where's it going to go? McCrease wasn't sure, had to take it. Amanda has another go and misses again. Well, she's had a few misfires, Amanda, since coming off the bench. Here's another one. The block's doing enough to put her off there. Sitirak and Wacharia. And Amanda will be disappointed. She's not been able to drop that one in. And we stay level. Nice pick up from Leia. Oh, and a rare misfire there from Mara. Don't think he can quite believe what he's just seen. He's seen enough, that's for sure. Well, there's a collector's item. Swing and a miss from Mara. Even if they win it, they have not put together a well-played set here. A lot of errors. Tough to maintain the intensity level, I guess, when you've been so comfortable in the previous set. There's been a significant drop-off. Doesn't matter what the sport is, you don't want to have an opponent on the ropes and give them a lifeline back in. You never know what's going to happen. And Brazil in danger of that until Ana Paula levels it back up again with the cross court and the look on the face as if to say, I've had enough of this. McCrease with the reverse set. Ana Paula saying, yeah, that's mine. Now, Brazil need a little run on points here as we get down to the business end. At the moment, the initiative is with Thailand. It's Brazil that would like to put some pressure on with a point on serve. Mara sends this one in. Pianut has handled that. The backcourt attack is good, but repelled by Gabby. And does that take a touch? It certainly does. Hoist and hope time for the Thais. Gulapa just had to send it over. Gulapa was targeted with venom by Ana Paula, and Brazil do now have the initiative. Again, terrific defensive work from the Thais, doing everything they can, not giving up on any points. In the end, Ana Paula just says, well, we're going to have to break through here, aren't we? And that one wasn't coming back. He knows that if this goes into a fourth set, anything can happen. No surprise that he's called the timeout here. Mara then stays on. Oh, where's that going? Oh, the overpass punished Amanda with a cheap one, and that might be enough to get Brazil over the line and out of here. Two points for the match then. But they can side out from here now. Brazil have this match where they want it. Oh, Satirak hasn't handled that one too well either. Malika blocked out of it as a result. Service reception, the problem there. Yet another block point. Takes Brazil to match point. Ana Beatriz will claim her 5th, Brazil's 12th. Coach Danai on the Thai side says, you've got to call a halt here. Not a good position to be put in, and certainly not with Ana Beatriz driving through. Ana Beatriz had worked out the angle Malika was looking for. Just filled the hitting lane. Well, Anna Beatrice had 6 blocks against Germany on the last swing through for Brazil in Lincoln, Nebraska. So this is not a shock. She is such a strong blocker. And she's had some fun today. Brazil have not been at their best in this third set, but they are 1 point from wrapping it up. Mara then with serve. And that's going to go and travel. Malika with the swing and the miss. And Brazil are able to pull away and wrap this one up in straight sets. And that's exactly what Zé Roberto would have wanted. He would not have wanted this one dragged into a 4th set. They weren't at their sharpest in the 3rd set, but they were right on their game in the first 2 sets. And when Brazil are on it, there's not many teams in the world can live with them. This one's gone according to the form book. A comfortable straight sets victory for Brazil over Thailand. And the wins keep on coming for Brazil since that loss to Germany in Nebraska. It's just been 4 straight wins. This one was never in doubt. Match point once again. Malika, who's had so many winners today and has had a really good match. She's been the ace in the hole as well for the Thais, but that was just one too many for her. And Brazil can say thank you very much. Game over. Another 3 points secured, and we've done it in straight sets too. So that's how they did it. Here's how they did it by the numbers, winning the battle of attack points.